Worldwide, every 4 seconds, someone develops Alzheimer's disease. 1 in 3 seniors die with Alzheimer's disease or a related dementia. Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that causes problems with memory, thinking, and behavior. The progression of Alzheimer's and the symptoms that accompany it often make it difficult for family members to continue care at home. There is no cure, but there is hope, and it begins with you. The need for compassionate caregivers that really understand this disease is greater than ever. In this video, you will learn our guiding philosophy, a typical day of a memory care resident, communication techniques, and caregiving techniques to ensure a successful relationship between the caregiver and the resident. Let's start with our guiding philosophy. At Augustus Cottage, we care for our residents by helping them feel right at home, rather than in an institutional setting. Excellent health care is always provided, but quality of life is our primary focus. Stimulating daily activities are offered and encouraged to sustain independence and promote a healthy spirit. We are passionate about providing the best possible care and environment for each resident. We strive for active partnerships with each resident's family, and we encourage families to be involved in the daily life and care at Augustus Cottage. A resident's typical day includes a schedule designed to be familiar and enjoyable. It gives our residents the structure and predictability needed for feelings of security, certainty, and accomplishment. Let's walk through an example of a typical day. Times and groups may vary based on various factors. A typical daily program has 3 portions: best foot forward, programs with purpose, winding down. The first portion of the day between breakfast and lunch is called Best Foot Forward. It consists of half-an-hour blocks of activity that promotes familiarity and confidence. The day begins at breakfast. Following breakfast is an exercise program. Physical activity is critical to maintaining independence and vitality. Following exercise is a social group where residents are able to make connections. Next is daily news and discussion. This activity helps to promote a sense of orientation as well as interaction about familiar topics such as sports, events, and news. Hydration and snack is an opportunity to remind residents to eat and drink. This cueing is important due to the typical loss of sensation in dementia residents. Preparing their own snack during this time is encouraged to promote independence and reminiscing. Small groups. This activity will allow residents to pursue individual interests such as favorite games, brain teasers, and trivia. Next is setting the table. Wiping tables, folding napkins, and placing tablecloths and placemats on the table not only cues the residents that it is time for lunch, but also provides them a sense of purpose and accomplishment. Following Best Foot Forward, the second portion of the day is called Programs with Purpose. The day should continue to be routine and consistent, but may have longer blocks of time to allow for more in-depth activities. Lunch kicks off the second part of the day. Relaxation and sensory group is an opportunity to offer rest, soft music, or aromatherapy. This time allows residents to unwind after the stimulating environment of mealtime. Physical activity. Repeating another exercise group in the afternoon again promotes strength and independence, as well as an outlet to reduce restlessness. My life's work and hobbies. This longer block of time can be used to explore individual interests and hobbies such as painting, crafts, and baking. Then hydration and snacks are offered. Humor and laughter. Laughter is the best medicine, and so it's important to incorporate funny jokes and riddles along with trivia and reminiscing. Music and entertainment can include live performances, interactive music lessons, or reminiscent music. Setting the table is an important way to prepare for dinner. The final portion of the day is called winding down. This is the part of the day that residents eat dinner and prepare for bed. This time also may include engaging residents who have lifelong habits of staying up late. Dinner is served. Tabletop activities such as games, puzzles, and magazines allow residents to wind down from the events of the day. Caregivers can explore past nightly routines and activities. Late night chat and social hour. This is the last scheduled activity of the day. These activities include small group discussions, personalized activities of interest, and favorite TV shows or movies. So now that you know what the typical day looks like, let's explore communication. Communicate with dignity and respect. Listen, praise, compliment, and empathize. Never argue or scold. Here is what you do and don't want to say when giving care. Offering choices when asking questions promotes independence and dignity. For example, instead of saying, "Do you want a drink?" try, "Would you like juice or coffee?" Instead of, "What do you want to wear?" try, "Do you want to wear your blue shirt or your yellow one?" Instead of, "Do you need to go to the bathroom?" try, "Please come with me. I need your help." The most important rule in communication is to never correct. Validation is more effective than correcting. Validation is supporting the resident's current orientation and thinking. For example, if they believe it's May 1972 and you are their granddaughter, don't correct them. No need to play the role, just simply stick to the supportive words mentioned earlier in this video and avoid insisting that it is the current date. Caring for a resident with dementia requires specific caregiving techniques. We will explore the approach, mealtime, and bath time as examples. Using proper techniques when approaching a resident with dementia is critical. It can help the resident feel comfortable as they participate in daily care and activities. An approach strategy called Greet Before You Treat is a three-step approach which includes 1. Ensure the resident sees you. A resident with dementia may have impaired vision. They have difficulty seeing peripherally, from side to side as well as up and down. For this reason, ensure that you approach from the front at eye level. Wait until the resident acknowledges you. Then approach with a smiling face and kind manner, as demented residents may not be able to understand what is being said verbally, but are able to see facial expressions and interpret these as emotions such as anger or frustration. The second step is to talk to the resident. A kind greeting and announcement of your approach ensures that the resident is not taken off guard. You may also want to give a short explanation of the care or task you want to complete. 3. The final step is to touch the resident. After the resident sees you and you talk with them, use the hand under hand position to touch the resident and make a connection before you proceed with care or activity. The hand under hand position is a modified handshake that feels friendly, relieves stress, as well as connects with the resident. This approach is also effective when residents are seeking or wandering in undesired areas. It is important to remember that residents who suffer from dementia may be easily distracted during busy meal times. Meals should be served in a quiet and calm environment. Give residents drinks as soon as they are seated for hydration. Serving all the residents at the same table before moving to the next table will minimize distraction and potential agitation. Provide them with cues throughout the meal, particularly if they appear to lose interest in eating. This can include statements about what is being served, such as, "I love hamburgers, don't you?" Or questions about their meal like, "Do you like ketchup on your sandwich?" If a resident is unable to sit still for extended periods of time, you may consider items such as finger foods that can be eaten while walking or wandering. Bathing can be a particularly fearful time for the dementia resident. It's important to keep these techniques in mind. Find out the resident's bathing preferences at home to create a more familiar routine. Bathing should occur at a consistent time with the same staff member. In preparation for the bath, ensure that the caregiver has everything needed for bathing ready. Avoid leaving the resident alone for any period of time or extending the bathing longer than necessary. Water and the room should be warm. Lighting should be at a comfortable level and excess noise should be eliminated. During bathing, the caregiver should take care to keep as much of the resident's body covered as possible for feelings of modesty. The caregiver should also take special care when washing the head and face. Avoid splashing water into residents' face and eyes, which could be distressing and cause a behavioral reaction. Bathing is also a good opportunity to promote independence and allow the residents to bathe as many parts of their body as possible. You may also employ the hand under hand technique and guide the resident's hand to wash parts of the body. This promotes feelings of control and familiarity. It is normal for a resident with dementia to refuse or become agitated during care. In these instances, it is critical to stop the task and reapproach when the resident is calmer. Caring for the elderly with dementia can be challenging, but it is also very rewarding. It's not just a job, but a calling, a purpose, a way to become fully alive as we each choose to live a life dedicated to serving others. Caring people make the difference.